You once told me that Grant is a beast, which is great when he's out creating an empire, but you have to make sure the beast doesn't come back to you. Is that happening now too? Like, is that always a dance you have to do when you're in a high performance relationship building something epic?
Yeah, the beast has I haven't answered that question. It is something I deal with a lot. I mean, he's a great guy. He's just very intense sometimes. The great thing about him is he has an ability also to be mercurial. He's able to change rapidly through emotion. So he might be really intense one moment and be able to flip and be with the kids and toss them on a couch and have fun the next minute and then switch to serious. So, for me, it's just about knowing what I'm dealing with, know the type of man I'm with, and know that if I use my power correctly, my ability to influence the behavior of others, in this case, my husband, if I can be creative with my ways of engaging with him, I can either diffuse the situation, I can inspire him, I can just choose. I don't react. I try not to react. I try to develop an arsenal of tools with which I can deal with him as well as the rest of the world. So I have actually in the past looked at ways I've dealt with him that have not served me well or us well or the intention well. And I've actually written a list of, well, what are and they don't have to be the right answer or the perfect answer. It just gets me creatively looking at other options I have other than reacting with anger. So I've written a list down several times of how could I have responded. I could have laughed. I could have said, you're right. I could have said, you're so cute. You're so handsome. Hey, this one I love. And I learned it from Ryan Secco and I've stolen it and I use it all the time. So any couples out there, feel free to steal this. But Ryan Secco said to me, and I heard him say this to Grant once, hey, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I'm on your side, champ. Here, I'm here to help. So when the attack comes, I've done that. Hey, I'm on your team. If there's something I need to do to improve, I'm on your team. I'm not a repeat offender. Let's find a way how I can be on board. I've written a list, what else could I do? I could turn around and moon them. I mean, I don't know if I'm really going to do that, but it might be silly. It might get them to laugh. It might, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
people need to arm themselves not only with their spouses, but in life on other ways to respond to things rather than a reaction. But if
Yeah.
you can start actually being clever enough to start influencing the people around you to fulfill your vision of how things should be, then you will be able to experience what real power is more, and you'll have more of it.
Yeah. How do you know when to give him a hug and when to say, go get your butt out there and get us a solution? Because I know you said that to him in '08 at one point, but is this all part of the process, knowing when to say what?
It goes on a feeling, and I read, observe, I read indicators. So sometimes if I perceive maybe he's going down the pity party or sympathy or sees no out, and I know Grant and I know what he responds to, that will be the time I will not give him sympathy. I am not going to give him sympathy. This is a perfectly able, capable man who is a leader to the world. I'm going to let him sit in sympathy for 1 second to let a man like that think he's anything less than extraordinary. I won't do it. He ain't getting sympathy from me. That is a time where I will crack him and say, go handle yourself and figure out a solution, because he responds to that. He's a beast. He's an animal. He likes a mission. He doesn't like being in that place. But if he needs a hug, where it's not sympathy, it's compassion, because I don't do sympathy. I never will do sympathy. I won't even do sympathy with my children. I feel it's very victim aspect. But I do have compassion. I have a very big compassionate heart. And, if the man needs a hug where he has felt beat up and misunderstood or misduplicated, or there are people out there trying to tarnish and degrade our name, his reputation, what he is doing, how much he does for other people. And if he, I can see that he is hurt, because like any animal, beast, like anything on the planet that has feelings, it hurts to get beat up on. And sometimes you just need to hug it out with somebody. You know, if I'm the corner guy, give him a hug, sit him down, clean up the busted eyebrow, put the ice on the swelling, whatever. I'm not a corner guy. I'm trying to use these analogies. But then you need to say, hey, you know what you got to do? You got to duck. You got to, hit them with the left, figure out how to get on the other side of this so you're back in control, to where you feel like you have, you don't have to just suck it up and be effective, all the incoming, SHIT that comes at you. So that's kind of what I do. I read his indicators and decipher what needs to come at him to make him be the best person he can be.